Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to 14 Days of Christmas, hosted by MK and Janet. And this is a photo that I'm going to be scrapping today. And it's of my granddaughter, Hope, and I'm going to be using 49 and mark it. I will have Noel from a couple of years ago, plus a little bit of the holiday wishes. I'm using those dies right there, two of them anyway. This Tim Holtz film strip die, the a variety of pine branches from Gina Marie and Tim Holtz. And this is from the Noel. And I will, though, pull out a couple of things from the other collection. I think I'm just going to mix them together and because they will go together. Maybe not perfectly, but I think I can work them in different places. This is mowed lawn, and I wanted to add a little more green to this layout. And I'm just going to use the packaging technique on it and just kind of put it here and there. Everywhere but where my photo's going to be. I'm going to save a little bit of my spray there. I wanted to use, since my photo is of Hope at a, well, it's preschool concert at Christmas one. And there's a paper here that had music notes on it. I can't remember what the song was. And I planned on using it, but then her eyes are looking towards her left and they're, like in the corner of her eyes, and she got a little smile on. And I thought she needed something to look at. And there is a Santa over there to the right. So I decided to go ahead and use this instead. But I will use a piece of ephemera that has some music notes just to stand for her the fact that she is at a concert. I use that Tim Holtz stencil and barn door ink, and I would hope the name of it's candy cane, but I am not sure at all. But I've had it a long time, but like I said, I'm not sure if that's the name of it at all. But it might be. Realistic, it looks like it might be. I put my photo in that frame, then I remembered that I had the film strip, so I had to pick it up and tuck it underneath it. And I am going to use some of the washi tape. I tore a piece and it tore really well. It made it a lot smaller than I intended, so I have to tear another piece. And I'm just going to make it a little bit longer. You're not going to see a whole lot of it by the time I get other stuff on top, but you will be able to see it. At least I can see it. And I'm just putting it along the side there. I was trying to figure out what did I want to put there. I thought about putting that piece there, but then it looked really big, and I decided to go for smaller. So I'm going to put two tickets there, and then I'm going to add a third one just to add a pink color, but then I'm going to turn around and add a poinsettia there. So I really didn't need the pink one, but it's on there anyway. My background is the Noel collection, but like the flowers and some of the tickets uh, are from the newer collection, Holiday Wishes. And then a couple of the tickets are from the tickets that you can buy separately that goes with any of the collections. And I'm just going to kind of place them here and there on the layout. Y'all know I like more, so there will be in a few places on here. The Christmas Joy is from the We Are Memory Keepers. I think it was called Sentiment Dies, maybe. They were on HSN one time and I got them, and I've used them on Christmas cards, but mostly I've used them on layouts. And the paper I use for them is actually Echo Park. I put it with the Noel collection a couple of years ago when I got it. Red, well, I didn't have any red that went with it because it's kind of vintage looking red. It's not, it has a tinge of orange in it actually. And I knew this paper from Echo Park was a whole lot like it. So I'm using it kind of like I would cardstock on, well, on everything, I guess, because I used it on the film strip and the title too. So anything I would have normally used cardstock, I used it instead. And I'm thinking there might be another paper in that collection, so I might have to go back and get another one because I pretty much dwindled it down because I used it before. And then here I am using it again. I'm making a little cluster by the joy. I tucked the J under since it's up on foam tape. It was okay to put the CH for Christmas up there. That went all right. But the joy, it was gonna. I thought it'd look kind of funny, just the top part of it stuck on top of the photo. So I tucked it under. I'm gonna put a couple of tickets over on the left, and the one that I tore last, has the uh, music notes on there, and I tore it in half, and it says "Fill your heart with," and I don't have the other part on there. It was longer than I was thinking it would be. Well, maybe if I put my film strip down later, I might have been able to go across there farther, but I did want to put a little cluster there, and I had to tear it off to make it fit all right. I wanted to use Stars Are Shining, Brightly Shining. Stars Are Brightly Shining because they did sing several songs. I don't think that was one of them. I don't remember it being one of them, but they had a lot of motion. And I took this from a video, and it's about one of the only times she was still enough that I get a halfway decent photo out of it because her arms was moving, she was dancing, all the kids were. And a lot of their songs had plenty of antiques to go with it. And I wanted to put a song title. Well, maybe it's not a title, it might be a line in the song, but that one, when I was looking through them, it reminded me, oh, that's a song. I'm going to put it on there. So that was two things I put on here for her concert. Um, let's see, where am I at? I am still putting greenery on there. So while I am putting greenery on my layout, and probably a few berries too, I want to mention that down there below, you'll find the links to everybody that is doing the 14 days of Christmas. And instead of it being 14 days, the first 14 days, it is on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Yep, that's it. It's a good thing I went and read that post that MK made at the last minute, or I might have had it every single day for the first 14 days before I noticed it wasn't supposed to be. But yeah, I think I got the hang of it. It's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I put berries on one of the berry branches, but I waited to put the other. And I did use the Echo Park paper for it. And I'm going to take my little gel pen and put little dots on there for highlights. And I will catch up and do the other ones that are already on the layout too. And that berry branch is in the Tim Holtz uh, die set. And um, those berries are really small. And it does not come with uh, like some of them do, with a little strip of little circles for you to put punch out, die cut out. So I use my punch there, the 1/8 inch punch, and punch them out that way to put on there instead of leaving it all green. Um, that's silver ink, and I'm using it's a Felicity Jane stamp, and it's got three little stars, and so I'm just kind of scattering them on the layout. Since I have that Stars Are Brightly Shining, I thought I needed a few stars, so I am just stamping them with the silver around the layout. And um, let's see, I'm adding to a couple of my clusters, and then I'm going to put some little peppermint candies around. Instead of sequins, I'm going to use them. And y'all know I might make a mistake on which I am telling on which collection this is from, if it's a Noel or if it's a Holiday Wishes. And once I get them completely mixed together, I know I'll have a problem. So I'll just have to say it's one or the other. Um, I think I'm about done with the layout. I'm going to put a little bit more greenery on there. And yeah. I am going to add some little peppermint candy things that are about the size of sequins and scatter them around just like I would sequins. And of course, I'm going to put some white splatters on here because it is a Christmas layout and, thinking of snow. And it looks like that Santa might be out there in some snow because he has a few drops of snow already. Just a few. But at least I don't have a bird on this one. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue to put them on. I find that they do stick and they do stay with it because I have used it with them before, and scatter them around the layout, and then the splatters. But then I do have one more thing I'm going to add. So the splatters will have to dry because I forgot all about this and I wanted it on there. So I had to let the splatters dry and then go back and add it. But at least I remembered it before it was too late and the video was over. And it's just some red and white twine. I considered green and white. I did consider it, but I couldn't resist. I had to put the red and white instead. And I am just going to tuck it here and there and have it go down the, I started to say ladder, but it's not a ladder. The film strip and then over through my title, and then I really will be done with my layout. And I'm just putting glue in certain spots rather than underneath the whole thing. I'm, I hope more for, well, you know how it's wrapped around a piece of cardboard, and I'm trying to tuck in and glue down those little places where it folded over the edges. And that way, hopefully, it's going to look more like it's flowing through the page rather than being folded through the page. But that's it. That's my layout. And I had fun making it. And of course, I'm enjoying the 14 days of Christmas. And yeah, there's the stars are shining brightly. And I did use one rub on. I wanted to use more. I told myself to use more because I've got plenty, but I forget about it. But I did remember and put it on that blank label so the label wouldn't be blank. And isn't that the cutest little laser cut with the button and the string? Adorable. And that little wooden one that you see over there to the side, it's got a camera on it, and you can see it better. It's just the angle that I held the camera, my camera. But I'm not sure where it came from. I first thought Chamel, but I think hers were bigger. So I don't think it's Chamel, but I thought I'd tuck it in on there and have it on this layout. It was all by itself and the only one left on that plastic sheet and no packaging. But yeah, if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you are, thank you so very much. Have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the 14 days of Christmas. Bye.